There's some good mail in this race for Viability from the John Hawke stable. Also the Clary Connors trained Sea Shark, number 13. Starter on the stand. Let's take your trackside.
Goes up to the outside gate. We're set for a start. Ready. Race 2, light flashing. All clear there. Whoops, Eastern Brigade red. Settles again. Racing this time. They've jumped away in a reasonable line. I'm all right, Jack, though, wouldn't go, nor would Tahira. First out, Sea Shark. Getting away smartly, Sail the Sky, Midnight Mayhem and Forever Jude hunting up on the inside with Viability. Then comes Strategic Command, Eastern Brigade back centre field with Remember Sarge and Galata 2 lengths away. Then Tahira, the bookmaker. Cold Terror, I'm Amazed at the tail. Sea Shark crossed over, though, as they went to the 800-metre mark. Leads by a length. Second placing is Sail the Sky, joined and headed now by Midnight Mayhem, who goes to second. Forever Jude tucked away on the inside a length into Strategic Command from Viability, ridden along. They're going quickly, this leader carting them. Then further back comes Tahira making ground. On the outside, Remember Sarge. Eastern Brigade's got a bit of work to do from back there. Then Cold Terror, the bookmaker doing nothing. Galata and I'm Amazed, 400 metres out, and Sea Shark going very, very quickly, 2.5 in front. Now Viability gets going, moves to second. Forever Jude is third, further back Tahira. Then Midnight Mayhem, Cold Terror, Eastern Brigade down by the 200, and Sea Shark is struggling here, joined by Viability. Tahira running on doggedly on the outside, but Viability took the lead near home and starts to come away. Didn't really go down the hill, but scores comfortably and impressively by nearly 3 lengths to Sea Shark. Third placing Tahira, its stablemate fourth, Cold Terror. Then Forever Jude, Eastern Brigade never in the race, followed by Remember Sarge. Then the bookmaker who made a bit of ground, Midnight Mayhem, I'm Amazed. Behind it, Galata, Sail the Sky, Strategic Command, and the one who refused to go early, I'm All Right, Jack, is not. He's run last tailed off. Number 15, Viability, ridden by Gary Skinner. Number 15, Viability, Gary Skinner. Takes out race number 2. Just didn't stretch out going down the hill, which can happen here at times with some horses at Kilmore and other places where they won't run down the hill. But once it struck the flat stretch again, it really started to motor. Sea Shark was a clear leader at the 200, but then started to struggle after that, and Viability has cruised past it to score well by Kenny's Best Pal out of Via de Veneto. There's a Watermill mare raced by AJWG and Mrs. D. Campbell, B. Mason, I.D. Jones, R.W. Squire, trained by John Hawkes, and scored officially by 3 lengths over Sea Shark, number 13, by Sea Swell from Hope's Gift, Clary Connors and Eddie Wilkinson, and a half length away in third placing, number 10, Tahira, ridden by Nashua Willer, by El Kahira from Time for Drinks, John Gaffney. The margin
3, 1 and 2 the placings there. Getting closer now at Kilmore, a very interesting race, a wide open betting race here coming up, and the favourite are showing good value at this stage. 3.20 for, this is the next race at Grafton now we're looking at. Bend the Metal at $3.20 there is regarded as the good thing. Kilmore, Achtung Lady at $5.60, those the favourite. So we've got around 9 to 2 the favourite, meaning that for each dollar on you'll get $5.60 back for Achtung Lady. 6.10 for Peak Time. Rose of War, the horse that has been tipped by Tony Brassel today. The ratings liked Achtung Lady, Tony liked Rose of War, if you missed our Inside Running show this morning. Choose the Blues, $6.90, Bit of Bliss at $7.10, and Rustic Sale. Good win pool, $63,000. So the pools are really kicking along, and $74,000. Now the runner you can see behind there is actually Rose of War, a $400,000 yearling by Danehill, the former champion sire out of Savannah City, a very close relation to Snippets. Another very, very good sire. Beautiful type, owned by Roseland Stud. They recently sold a broodmare to America for $2.6 million. Just about set. Let's take your trackside.
Third of the day, 1,200 metres. Good field here. Whoops, there's Finesse not happy. Trying to dislodge the rider, who settles it again. There's the all clear, and they're racing now. They've jumped in an absolutely perfect line. Choose the Blues, plentiful away quickly with Jetting. Peak Time near the inside. Merlinda going up and over on the rails. Next comes behind those Brindle Moose as they settle. Rustic Cell back to centre field. Merlinda in front of those, and also up there too as they settle properly into stride. Would have, or Plentiful's dropped back into the field. It's Jetting in front here as they settle from Peak Time on the inside. Merlinda the third, then Brindle Moose. Achtung Lady is deep around Bit of Bliss, 2 further back then to My Jasper. Behind Behind it over on the inside, next Choose the Blues out 3 deep, and Mush Karsha in the centre. 2.5 then to Plentiful, who's got right back into the field with Rosa War. Back with an Emmy Lou on the back of the tie, Rustic Cell and Finesse as they head up towards the turn. The leader jetting. Second placing Peak Time peeling to the outside from Uktum Lady. Brindle Moose is fourth, then Melinda back on the inside, unspoiled as they swing from Bitter Bliss under the whip. And then comes Choose the Blues and Rosa War hooking deep at the 200 metres. And Peak Time hit the lead. Uktum Lady on the outside. Here's Rosa War starting to run home with Choose the Blues. Peak Time in front. Rosa War on the outside. Uktum Lady and Choose the Blues. Rosa War, the outsiders, mowing them down. And first up, home she goes. Rosa War comes away 2 lengths. Choose the Blues. Peak Time third. Then Brindle Moose, Plentiful made ground, followed in by My Jasper, Uktum Lady, jetting Rustic Cell. Then Mukasha, Bitter Bliss, back behind it was Finesse, and also Emmy Lou, the inside, unspoiled, and tailed off was Melinda. Number 13, Rosa War, ridden by Shane Tronwood, coming from a fair way back and storming home. Number 13, Rosa War, ridden by Shane Tronwood. Pardon me, has won race number 3. Well, at the 200 metre mark, it was probably running about 6th or 7th or even further back, but you could still see that it was going to be the one to win, to beat. So quickly was it coming. Number 4, second, Choose the Blues, who tried to go with it, just couldn't quite match it, has got second. And number 11 is third, and that is Peak Time. Numbers 13, 4 and 11. Number 13, Rosa War by Dane Hill from Savannah City. A new Regent mare, Rosalind Syndicate owned the horse, L.A. Burns the manager, Lee Friedman, and brings up a double to Shane Tronwood. Number 4, Choose the Blues by Mondebleu from Change the Tune, John Marr, Brett Preble. And number 11, Peak Time by Switch in Time from Lady Nini, Tony Vasil and Rod Griffiths. 4th in 3, 5th in number 12. The winner scored officially by 2 lengths, with a half length between second and third, 2 by a half, 111.3. Well, it's going to win better races, obviously. Pardon me. Pardon me, I'm sorry about that. I thought my cold had gone, but it's coming back again. Rosa Woolley, Friedman.
Time. Now we have a new caller standing by at Kilmore for race number 4, and there's more money coming into the New South Wales pool. Matthew Jones will be calling the action for this race. A very good betting race, some exciting chances. Stella Volante, a big go for it, into 480 now. 780 still for New South Wales punters. So the money's really come for Stella Volante late. Also for Bouvier in the running of race number 4. One last look at the market movers. The favourite, Frilly Millie at 270. A bit easier New South Wales than Queensland now. Bouvier's been firm throughout in New South Wales. Very firm in betting. As more money comes in, 480 Stella Volante. It's been a real firmer, especially in the home state TAB, and very firm in Queensland. Mook Magic's been fair. It hasn't moved far, from 11s out to 12s. Best of Barossa into 12s. Secrets and Lies out to $18. $96,000. The pool for the win is about to crack the $100,000 mark as we take you there for race number 4.
Well, the 4th here today at Kilmore. We await Best of Barossa. Attendant's got him now. Almost goes in Best of Barossa. Goes forward now, and the field is set for the 4th of the day. Set to go here, 1,200 metres the trip. All clear behind the gates, and they're racing now. Frilly Millie, the favourite, last out of the gates when the starter said go. Reba Bell also slow away with Midnight Sun. Red Tiamo showing speed with Magic Score going up towards the leaders. Mook Magic was in that leading division. And with 1,000 metres to go here, Magic Score clears out to lead by a length. Best of Barossa now goes up second, followed by Stella Volante up running third. And then they were being followed there by Borvia, who was a little bit wider length further back. Mook Magic settling down midfield. Then Midnight Sun the outside. Secrets and Lies is wide with Frilly Millie back to third. Last Red Tiamo next, and Reba Bell last of all as they commence the run down the side. 600 metres to go, and Magic Score about 3 parts of a length in front from Best of Barossa. And Midnight Sun the grey goes up 3 wide, followed by Borvier fourth. Stella Volante fifth on the inside, followed by Frilly Millie midfield as they run to the turn. Mook Magic well back with Secrets and Lies. Then Red Tiamo, and last of all was Reba Bell straightening up. 250 out here. Magic Score on the inside just in front from Best of Barossa. Stella Volante just behind those. Then in Borvier, and wider out was Frilly Millie. Best of Barossa has gone to the lead here from Magic Score. Stella Volante running home well, and Frilly Millie the widest runner. Stella Volante and Best of Barossa. Stella Volante the outside. Best of Barossa. Stella Volante, I think, has just beaten on the inside Best of Barossa, and third over the line will be Frilly Millie. Then came at the head of the others we had Borvier, and they were being followed there by Midnight Sun. Red Tiamo next with Mook Magic. At the head of the others was Reba Bell. Well back there, Magic Score, who's carved up after leading, and Secrets and Lies was back near the tail. Straight into the frame here. Number 15 in the frame here, 15, 1 and 6. The numbers in the frame, 15, 1 and 6. 15, Stella Volante. Had good specking on track and has firmed right in on Super Tab into an approximate dividend of about $3.80. Sat just off the speed. Magic Score set the speed. Best of Barossa sat nice and handy on the speed, and its performance has been very good, but Stella Volante on the outside is just being able to run it down in the concluding stages. Number 15 is first, Stella Volante for Rod Griffiths, defeating 1 Best of Barossa, Elf Matthews, and third over the line, number 6, Frilly Millie. Now the margins ahead by 1.5, ahead by 1.5, and the time 1:11.9. Ahead by 1.5, the time 1:11.9. Frilly Millie's run has been okay. She's sat just a little bit worse in midfield, the favourite, and she's wound up okay in the straight, but was unable to catch number 15, and that was Stella Volante. And Best of Barossa at fair odds has been a good run. So it's 15, 1 and 6. Fourth in number 2, Borvier, and fifth, number 9, Mook Magic. The winner, number 15, Stella Volante, is a 3-year-old chestnut filly by Royal Academy out of Cosmic Light, who's a century mare. The owners G and Mrs. A.M. Polio, and M and Mrs. D.D. Penetronatonio. Rod Griffiths, the rider, and Tony Vassell, the trainer. Second one, Best of Barossa for Elf Matthews, and third in number 6, Frilly Millie. It's 15, 1 and 6. Totes are up here. 15, Stella Volante, 380 and 170. Second, number 1, Best of Barossa, 230. And third, number 6, Frilly Millie, 160.
The pool kicks along now, $52,000. $14 for Mystic Tam, very highly rated, equal top rate with Tingira on 100 on our exclusive Sky ratings, their predictive performance ratings. $8.40 for Tingira. Colin Brower rides Mystic Tam. Sam Hyland, the son of former champion rider Pat Hyland, is aboard in spirit at $7.10. Pat Ferris at $4.90 rides Flying Arc. Look at that support, it's come right in from $6.60. Out to $9.10 our Nadia. Duchess Dior, 22. Judy's Choice at $19. Never Blush at $4. $4.90 it is there for the runner, which is really firming in. $13, and moving out is Sayonara. So there's some good money for a few of these runners, and there's still 3 or 4 runners to move in. The money's come through at Kilmore for race number 5 for Never Blush, Flying Arc, and they're enjoying excellent support. Excellent support in particular for Flying Arc, which has been the most solidly backed of these runners. A winner 2 of its past 3 starts. Quick check of the approximate dividends. Menangle on the first, a bolter getting up there. Which Party, $24.20 and $4. Sunstroke, $1.10. $9.20 Kalani Classic. These are approximates. $1,000 trifecta New South Wales. Let's go to Kilmore now for race number 5.
Now they're set. Ready for a start, racing now. They've gone away well. Plumes on the inside, Flying Arc away very quickly. Now the 3 greys are up there. 1, 2, 3. Tingira second. Deldale settling third from Never Blush. Duchess Door out deep. On the inside, Plumes, then Mystic Tam, our Nadia, Judy's Choice, Sayonara. And In Spirit drops out to last a half dozen off the leader, which is Flying Arc. Rider trying to hold it together down towards the 800-metre mark. It's a neck in front of Tingira. Now going quickly, Duchess Door on the outside looking for the lead, and they sprint up to Deldale. Then Never Blush midfield around it, Mystic Tam, and Plumes on the inside for Mount Nadia In Spirit. Over on the outside, Sayonara. Last of all now is Judy's Choice. 5.50 out, and Duchess Door makes this pace solid here in the centre. Tingira. Flying Arc holding the inside as a gun up to take the lead now. 2.5 to Deldale. Then Mystic Tam, Mount Nadia. Never Blush under pressure from Plumes In Spirit as they come around the turn. Flying Arc booted away here down towards the 200-metre mark. Opened up a break of 2.5 over Tingira. Then Duchess Door. In Spirit starting to the work home down the outside with Deldale nearer the rails. Flying Arc in front. In Spirit out deep on the track. Deldale and Plumes on the fence, but Flying Arc is in front, and Flying Arc is going to hang on. It's stopping on the line, and it gets in by a long head to Plumes. Deldale third, fourth In Spirit, then Judy's Choice Never Blush. Mystic Tam Sinara, behind it Tingira, Our Nadia, and Duchess Door, who did all the work, has run last. Good effort there by Flying Arc. Was going to have a nice comfortable run in front. Tingira was content to sit second, about a neck away, and was going to just posse up there and stay there, Tingira, but then all of a sudden Duchess Door went from near the tail of the field to go up and really put the pace on mid-race, which meant that Flying Arc had to work. It was a sitting shot, but it's still been able to win. Number 4, Flying Arc, ridden by Pat Ferris, by Arc Regal out of Linden Dreams, a paper money mare. Raced by Madames S.L. Lawson, B.J. Ross, R.M. Whitman and Jay Sykes. Dean Lawson, the trainer. Back to the top of the ground here today after that failure on the heavy at Kyneton last start. Scored officially by a head. A long neck between second and third in a time of 1:11.6. A head, a long neck, 1:11.6. The second horse, number 9, Plumes, by Polish Patriot from Paradise Plumes. Steve Richards and Craig Williams saved enormous ground over on the inside. And third, number 10, Deldale, battled on OK by Raffendale from High Point.
Placings Zabello. Red Nelda at $6.10 by Bletchlong. Disappointed at Caulfield last time out, but has been running against smart opposition 2 starts ago, I should say. Ran third of 9 at Moonee Valley behind Londa Lozzie. Very smart performer. So it has been racing in City Company, Red Nelda. This has to be a lot easier. As well as that, there's Blue Max, number 8. Blue Max is the rating special here, and its best form has been on all sorts of ground. A last start winner at Wangaratta over a mile on a heavy racing surface. Barbella's paying $19 and $5 for Lucas Dowser, number 2. Number 3 in this race is Ironbark Lad for Mick Johnston, $6.70 and $2. On Super Tab, Trelawney, $13 and $4. And then we go over to Zabello, Darryl Mott, $3.70 and $1.60. Baron of Loxley, Aaron Spiteri, $8.30 and $2.80. And then we go to Red Nelda, which has got good form credentials insofar as it's been racing in much stronger company, although not being as competitive, $5.90 and $2.30. And Blue Max, $11 for the rating special and $3.70 the place. The starter, as we're about to see, is getting closer to mounting his rostrum. One of the runners playing up in the field here. Our Miss Brody, Heath Kiley, 29. Just about set. Let's take it trackside.
Tender going with one of these runners. 1,600 metres the journey. This is race number 6. Set and away they go. They've jumped in a perfect line. Blue Max out wide away quickly with Trelawney and Zabello hunting up on the inside. Red Nelda is handy and going forward. Kernale and Baron of Loxley, Jimmy's Dream. Then now Miss Brody. Ironbark Lad is back with Trelawney now, who settles near the tail with Barbella, and last of all is Trumpet. And they start to string out already a dozen lengths first to last, heading up towards the 1,200 metre corner. And the grey Blue Max in front by a length. Kernale a little over a length third. Baron of Loxley. Behind it Zabello fourth and a half length. Jimmy's Dream, who's fifth, 2.5 to Red Nelda, who's on the outside of Miss Brody. I don't know whether the saddle's gone on that. The rider is right up over its neck on our Miss Brody. 2 lengths further back, Ironbark Lad. With it, Trelawney Trumped over on the outside. Last of all is Barbella. In this order, they work along the back. 8.50 out, and it's Blue Max, a length and a half to Kernale. 2.5 Baron of Loxley. Then a length away comes Jimmy's Dream on the outside of Zabello as they pass the 800. Then Red Nelda, our Miss Brody. Ironbark Lad on the outside, covering ground. Trelawney with Barbella, and Trumped is on the fence. They start to pack now, heading down to the 600 metres, and Blue Max by a neck. Kernale. Baron of Loxley eases out 3 deep. Zabello waiting for the run near the inside, followed by Jimmy's Dream. Our Miss Brady takes the fence from Red Nelda, and then Barbella well back. Trelawney as they come to the turn. Ironbark Lad has dropped out to last. 300 metres out. Blue Max, Kernale and Baron of Loxley. Zabello now coming out 4 deep. Wider out there is Trumped making a run from Red Nelda, and then Barbella 200 metres out. Baron of Loxley. Zabello about to join it with Kernale, then Trumped running on. Zabello took the lead though, 50 metres to go, drew away from Baron of Loxley. Blue Max fighting back strongly, then Trumped, but Zabello cracked it today, wins 3 parts of a length. Blue Max and Baron of Loxley, I think, inches away fourth. Trumped followed by Red Nelda, then Kernale. Ironbark Lad behind it would have been Barbella, Trelawney, Jimmy's Dream and our Miss Brody. Number 5, Zabello, written by Darryl Mott. Number 5, Zabello. Darryl Mott takes out race number 6 here over number 8, Blue Max. Michael Hegney, and 6, Baron of Loxley, has run officially third. 5-8-6. Fourth in was 1, Trumpeted. It's just given us a warning that it's on the way back. Trumpeted just in front of Red Nelda. 5-8-6, number 5, Zabello by Zabeel from Belle Venus. An Avare mare, raced and trained by Kelvin Burke. Darryl Mott, the winning rider. Scoring by 3/4 of a length over number 8, Blue Max by Raffendale from Fortune's Fun, Keith Burke and Michael Hegney. And a neck away in third, placing number 6, Baron of Loxley by Brave Regent out of Amphitus, trained by Butch Walsh, Aaron Spiteri, the rider. 3/4 a neck, the time 1:39.4. Fourth placing the 1 and 5th in number 7. Yes, he's been threatening for a while, Zabello. Probably his race today. There's not a great deal of depth. A few of them very, very badly out of form, and he had a perfect run all the way. Second horse has fought on strongly, Blue Max. He's had troubles right through his career. He's a 7-year-old now. He's only had 17 starts due to an ailing back. I think the story is that they just threw him out in a paddock up in the high country for about 18 months and just let him run free when they went to go and get him after they'd thought about him again. They couldn't find him. Took him a month to find him. And he's back on track here, and Baron of Loxley's on a pretty good race, but Trumpeted was the eye catcher. It's one that certainly is going to pick up a race very shortly. Race 7 today, Marie Payne rides Bugsy Malone. That's the change here. Race time to go at 3:30. Matthew Jones to call that for you, as we have the totes now on race number 6. The winner pays $3.20 and $1.50 Zabello, $3.70 for Blue Max, and $2.80 Baron of Loxley. $3.20, $1.50, $3.70 and $2.80. Quinella of $23.20, $23.20 Quinella. The exacta is $46.80, $46.80. Trifecta dividend $263.40, $263.40. The running double on 4 and 5, $13.80, $13.80 for the race-to-race double. Wait to come on race number 6.
What a great result for Zabello there. Tony Brassell's tip, $3.20 and $1.50, beat our rating special Blue Max at $3.70 for New South Wales punters, taking the $4.10 to place, and Baron of Loxley $2.80. $23.20 the Quinella, and $263 the approximate dividends for Super Tab Trifecta takers. Correct weight is there at Grafton. We'll check in with the full dividends there for you right now. And Miss Cian, $8.20 and $2.30, beat Arctic Dew, $1.20, $2.30 for Yellow Kazan, $113.40, 5, 1 and 3. All clear is there at Menangle. A check of the dividends there for you. All clear to pay, and these are confirmed dividends. Jackash, $14.60, $2.20. Another hot pot rolled. Big Sky Montana, $1.20. Hot and Sweaty at $1.40. Quinella, $12.90. Trifecta, $119 neat. One scratching. Scratching was number 6. Those are official dividends. We'll take this break, counting down to the next of our races, which will come our way from Grafton, and they're not too far away from the mounting yard. We'll check in with each of the runners and their form, as well as the market movers, right after this.
Punters, if you're serious about winning at the races, you can't afford to miss Inside Running every day on Sky Racing. It's got everything you need: news, weather, track conditions and scratchings. Plus in-depth analysis, track work reports, ratings, latest betting markets and expert tips. Get ahead of the pack every morning on Inside Running. Monday to Saturday on Sky Racing, at home on the track.
Suave Dancer goes on to win.
Champion is an understatement for Suave Dancer. a triple Group 1 winner of the world's premier race, the top time form rated horse ever to come to Australia and already boasting a stakes-producing record.
Suave Dancer in the Jockey Club. He's about...
Suave Dancer is from a sire's family and offers superior racing qualities and a proven stud record. Champions of this calibre come once in a lifetime. Don't miss your chance. Contact Eliza Park Stud now.
Thanks for joining us on our first ever Monday coverage of racing on Sky Racing, and hopefully you've backed plenty of winners, and we've found some with the ratings and also Tony Brassel's top tips from this morning's edition of Inside Running. We'll be along with some more racing news a little later on this afternoon. I think the shadow Graham McNeese is still feeling the effects of a long weekend, of our inaugural weekend on air, and Joe McKinnon will be along to take you through the late afternoon section of today in not too long. Race 6 at Grafton is the next for coverage, and we'll check in with the ratings there. Maltese Beauty, a neat 100 for this race, and it's been in great form, Maltese Beauty, its past few starts, including winning its past 4 in succession. Those races being Ballina 3 occasions and Coffs Harbour on 1 further occasion. Lucky to Be from the Thompson stable at Coffs Harbour. It rates out at 97. Sir Ostensible at 96. By Ostensible, trained at Dobie's Bite, has barrier number 1. And Northern Emperor, the old warhorse, was placed once in a Stradbroke, I think it was, trained by Eric Sanford at Grafton. He's had 105 career starts for 12 wins, 13 seconds and 18 third placings. The full betting market, Maltese Beauty firms in to be $4. Northern Emperor is fairly firm on what it was. Tako Muto is the rider, the Japanese apprentice, at $5.90. Lucky to Be at $5.20. Scott Seamer rides Sir Ostensible at $4. $5.60 for the Highlander. Carla Beat at $14. Ridgeport is at $25. $4 for Maltese Beauty. It's the firmer. Silver Saga is at $41. So there's 14 minutes of betting time. It's a good track rating today at Grafton. The AHA Cup over a mile is definitely the feature race, with Maltese Beauty the rating selection to win. Northern Emperor was Tony Brassel's top tip. Knows where to find the finish post at the Grafton track. Kilmore Dividends, we've got correct weight there for you. Zabello, which was another Tony Brassel tip, at $3.20 and $1.50. $3.40 New South Wales, $2.90 Queensland. Blue Max at $3.70 was the rating special, showing great value, especially for New South Wales punters on $4.10. Baron of Loxley at $2.80, $2.30 New South Wales, $2.55 Queensland. The Quinella combination 5 and 8 or 8 and 5, either way. The best value was on Queensland with $28.30. And the best trifecta pay came on Super Tab with $263 for a combination 5, 8 and 6. Scratching was number 11 in the race, and the official dividends are on screen there for you. Darryl Mott was the winning rider. 5, 8 and 6 the placings on race number 6. That's the scene at Grafton. Soon we'll be checking in with the parade ring to have a look at the horses as they parade for this race. The market movers at this early stage with $8,000 growth in the pool. $3.50 for Maltese Beauty. It continues to firm up. $4.10 Easy, Sir Ostensible. $5.70 for Lucky to Be. $5.80 for Northern Emperor. So it's been firm through betting without moving either way. $3.85 in Queensland. That's the Tony Brassel fan club in action. $6.40 and Easy, the Highlander, and Carla Beat is into $13. Top weights in the enclosure at Grafton for the AHA Cup, a mile-long race. It's Maltese Beauty, a winner of its past 4 starts in succession. 15 times a racetrack winner in 54 starts, 18 times placed. A 61% place strike rate, a 27% win strike rate. Looks nice and fit, nice long stride on this horse, and it's trained locally from the Phelps stable at Ballina to be ridden by Graham Burney. Looks fit, so it should be. It's been in work for quite some time. Maltese Beauty is currently paying $3.50 and $1.20, so it's enjoying good support with Graham Burney in the saddle, barrier number 6 New South Wales tab figures on screen, but looking to make it 5 wins in succession. It's backing up since its last run, a 23-day backup. It ran on the 15th of August. First one in the enclosure is Maltese Beauty by Revocious, close relation to former world champion galloper Singspiel out of an American bred mare. 59.5 kilos could be the only danger today. Number 3, Lucky to Be with the crop tail. It's a funny sight to see those. By Will Dancer from the Thompson stable at Coffs Harbour. A winner 2 starts back at Coffs over the mile journey, beating Venus May. And then last time out racing at Casino was beaten over the unsuitable 1900-metre journey. A horse that sometimes gets back in his races and tends to get home very, very well. Lucky to Be's paying $5.70 and $1.90. Sir Stensible comes into shot now, trained at Dobie's Bite. And this horse has barrier number 1 for this race, and its form has been very good. Now, the interesting runner here is number 2, which is Northern Emperor, which is Tony Brassel's tip for the race. Tako Muto, the Japanese apprentice, will ride today, $5.80 and $1.50. This horse is Group 1 placed, and that was a couple of years ago in the Brisbane Winter Carnival. 5th at its past 2 starts. If we go back 4 and 5 starts ago, it was a winner twice at Grafton over a mile, also over 1,500 metres on a slow and a good track. So this horse goes in any sort of going. Trained by Eric Sanford, who has the 2nd best strike rate of trainers at this Grafton track. $5.80 is the current win pay for it. Number 6 is the Highlander, $7.40 and $4.60 for this son of Galveston. It was a winner 3 starts back. Since then has been a bit disappointing. Last time out was beaten 6.5 lengths on a dry track, and that was at Casino on the 13th of August. The Highlander, $4.60 the place, so if you fancy it, it's a good each way bet if it does happen to run the place for this next race. Number 7 is Carla Beat. No surprise in guessing it's by Carla Dancer, sire of Sub-Zero. Barrier number 2, just 53 kilos, Shane Arnold rides. We look back 3 starts. It ran 3rd of 5 at Ballina behind Maltese Beauty. Before that, it chased home Maltese Beauty, and for this race, it does have a similar weight in comparison to Maltese Beauty going around today. Carla Beats the grey, Shane Arnold rides. A bit playful and a bit frisky in the yard there. $17 and $4.60 is the price for Ridgeport. And that's Ridgeport coming into screen. Just sweated up a touch. Warm day up on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. $4.60 the place pay for Ridgeport. Runners are parading. We might check in with where the money is and the market movers for you. Silver Saga's about to wander into proceedings. There it is, the grey. Wayne Barris at $39 and $9.50. A winner 3 starts back at Grafton. Since then was well and truly beaten at Doomben, and then back to Lismore. Silver Saga. It's only won 8 times in 42 starts. I shouldn't say only, but just winning $31,000. Looking to bounce back to form after running 2nd last at Casino last time out. The money's for Maltese Beauty. The rating special at $3.50. It's $4.80 and $4.90. Super Tab in Queensland, the win pay. Sir Stensible has been firm around that $4 quote. Northern Emperor has come in 90 cents to $5. $5.70 for Lucky to Be. It's eased. The Highlander, $8.40. It's a real blower in the market. Carla Beat has been firm. So as we pan back to the enclosure, Maltese Beauty, the tote favourite. It's firmed in from $4 to $3.50. Super Tab, $4.80. Queensland, it's $4.95. So far better value for Super Tab punters, also for Queensland punters. It does look a treat in the yard. It has been up for quite a while, this horse, and looking to make it 5 wins in succession today. Got a late jockey change coming up. It comes along in race number 7, and it's horse number 6, Burralee Jewel. Scotty Thurlow has picked up the ride, so Scott Thurlow goes aboard Burralee Jewel. That's for race number 7 at Grafton. On screen is the old-timer Northern Emperor, hoping to be successful. This veteran of the track has had quite some starts. All up has had 105 career starts, 12 wins, 13 seconds and 18 placings. Jockeys mounting up now at Grafton. We might mount up and head off for a short ad break and come back with more in just a moment.
At the end of a busy week, why not take time out to relax with Jo McKinnon as she presents In Full Flight? Get all the latest news, meet the superstars and discover the colourful characters behind the scenes. And check out what's ahead for the coming week. Make a date with Jo McKinnon for In Full Flight, Sunday at 6 on Sky Racing, at home on the track.
We bring you Samsung's world's best technology. Vision Plus means more picture than any other television in the world. The 70.4cm model includes an extra 1 inch of hidden picture which no other TV can reveal. With ultra-flat picture tube, surround sound, 30 watts RMS power output and 3-year warranty, you really do get more.
Everybody loves Harvey Norman.
You're watching Sky Racing's live racing coverage right around Australia. Grafton, one of our feature venues today. Race number 6, 6 minutes of betting time. The win pool is slowly climbing up. 360 Maltese Beauty. It's been the big firmer for Super Tab and Queensland punters. Much better value, 420 if successful and 450 in Queensland respectively. Sir Stensible has eased a tad to 410 New South Wales. Short of those, Super Tab in Queensland are quite often races this horse in that part of the world, Sir Stensible. Northern Emperor, the old war horse, as we mentioned before the break, at $4.80. $4.90 it is on Super Tab and $4.05 for Northern Emperor. Then we go down to Lucky to Be at $5.60. $5.50 it is on Super Tab and $4.55 on the Queensland TAB. The Highlander's been the big blower from our market movers. $5.60 out to $8.90. And then we've got $13 for Carla Beat. That's the market movers with $34,000 in the win pool. Time to check in with ratings for the next of our Menangle races, and that comes along shortly, where Rod Fuller is our race caller today. Dusty Hugh is rated 100s, clearly ahead of Montana Breeze at 61, and Sally's Lass 57, with Hijacker Hawk at 45. So the pace is going around the prime television pace over 2,140 metres. Here, Dusty Hughes at 640, firming up. $24 for Quantum Potes. King's Way, $26. Hijacker Hawk, $3.80. Sally's Lass, $3 in from $7.10. $11 for Rosella. Garden Party, $7.30. Panacrombie at $67. Montana Breeze, $9.30. 10 minutes of betting time, a fast racing surface, and following Menangle, we'll be heading on our way to Kilmore again, where there's been some really beaut racing at the Kilmore today. We'll check in first of all with the ratings for our Kilmore racing, and there's been some outstanding results early and some good payers according to our ratings. And our time now to have a look at the ratings for the next, where Alburami, which was very impressive. We looked at its replay during Inside Running this morning last time out. It's rated 100s, clear of Pirateer at 96, same for Bormax, and Cadogan at 94. 16 minutes of betting time at Kilmore. Mr. Archibald at $10 for Darryl Mott. Cadogan for Paddy Payne at $9.70. Bugsy Malone, Marie Payne at $12. Pirateer $3.10. West End Girl at $9.70. $3.30 Alburami, $8.70 for Gasoline. Bormax at $19. There's more over the page. 15 minutes of betting time. They're arriving by the barriers at Grafton. And with the 15 minutes of betting time, Cold Weekend is an $88 chance. $32,000 in the pool for the next at Kilmore. Grafton, time to check in with the latest betting figures before we head trackside to catch up with Kim Stewart, our race caller today. Maltese Beauty at $4. It's eased to touch. The money's come for Tony Brassell's mail at $4.30. Northern Emperor. Tako Muto claims 1.5 kilos. The Japanese apprentice, and apparently he rides quite well. Lucky to Be at $5.10. $3.90 for Sir Stensible. We featured Scott Seamer this morning on Inside Running. He's got a very good book of rides today, and he has some good ones still to come as well, including Sir Stensible, which is 13 times a winner now, this 7-year-old by Ostensible. 9.90 the Highlander, 13 Carla Beat, 19 for Ridgeport with 46,000 in the win pool. Silver Saga has eased in the market, this horse by Argent out of a Kiwi bred mare. We'll tell you where the money is now as we head towards our market movers for the 6th. From 4.10 into 3.90 we have a new tote favourite, Sir Ostensible, and it's even shorter on the Queensland at TAB. The first of the runners has been loaded up with around a minute to 90 seconds until official jump time. Maltese Beauty is eased from $3.50 to $4.20. Northern Emperor is into $4.40. Lucky to Be, $4.70. More money comes in now. And Maltese Beauty, our rating special's blown because Northern Emperor has taken over second spot in betting with Carla Beat at $13. Almost 50,000 in the win pool. 3 runners are now loaded away. Small field to go around here. Here's Kim Stewart.
Silver Saga being tapped forward. And Silver Saga moves up. And here's Lucky to Be. He's run a lot of placings, this fellow. May win the Tamworth Cup a few years ago. Now he goes in Lucky. And the rider of Maltese Beauty has dismounted. And Maltese Beauty goes in. Ooh, backs out again. They were just a bit slow getting the tape across there. Now they'll get the gates locked and Maltese Beauty is in. Ridgeport coming forward now, heavily bandaged on both forelegs. And Northern Emperor will be the last one to move along. 1.5 kilo allowance for Northern Emperor. A half kilo overweight on Carla Beat and a half kilo overweight on Ridgeport with the 1.5 off for Northern Emperor. Now Northern Emperor comes up. It'll complete the lineup now. At the 1600 metre point, there'll be a fair bit of pace on here, I should imagine. Northern Emperor likes to lead. He'll be crossing over from his outside gate. Now there's the light, ready to run. There's the starter, Rex Kelly. He has a look at them. They stand pretty well, and in fact he lets them go now, and it was a good start, and the Highlander won the jump and went straight to the lead. Carla Beach stepped out nicely, and so too did Northern Emperor. There he goes. He's going to cross from the outside gate, Northern Emperor, and attempt to take up the lead at the 1400 metre mark, and he does so, and Northern Emperor gets across quite easily, as a matter of fact, and leads by 2 lengths on Maltese Beauty, travelling second. In third spot then came the Highlander, followed by Lucky to Be into a good position midfield. 3/4 of a length away then came Carla Beat, followed by the other grey Silver Saga. Tacking on is Sir Ostensible next to last, and Ridgeport is at the tail. In single file fashion they run to the back. 1,000 metres left to go, and to the South Grafton Cup winner Northern Emperor is the leader. Leads by 2.5 lengths now to Maltese Beauty, looking for 5 or 6 in a row. In third spot then down on the inside is the Highlander, Lucky to Be, getting a go on around the outside. He's going to be forced 3 wide on the top corner. They were followed after 2 lengths then by Carla Beat, 1.5 lengths off to Silver Saga, pressing forward. They were followed by Ostensible next to last, and last of all is Ridgeport. At the 600 metre mark now, Northern Emperor is still the leader. Leads by 1.5 lengths on Maltese Beauty. Looks to be going okay on the outside. Running to third around the outside is the Highlander, followed back on the fence by Carla Beat. Lucky to Be about 4 off the pace from Silver Saga. Then well back is Ostensible. And back there towards the tail of the field is Ridgeport. At the 250 metre mark, Northern Emperor challenged on the outside by Maltese Beauty. These two head and head they go. Carla Beat getting up on the inside, and Silver Saga joining in right down the outside. There's a line of 4. Maltese Beauty in front. Yes, Maltese Beauty is going to maintain its winning run, and Maltese Beauty scores. Maltese Beauty first, close for second and third. Carla Beat or Northern Emperor out wide Silver Saga. Then came Ostensible, followed by Ridgeport, well back to Highlander, and Lucky to Be. Oh, he's a shade of other days, old Lucky. He's finished last of all. Maltese Beauty in New South Wales, 440 and 150. It'll be get the money, number 1, Maltese Beauty. Carla Beat should run a place on the inside at 340. Northern Emperor there also, and it should pay 160. If Silver Saga happens to step into a spot, it'll pay $10.40. 1, 7 and 2 the numbers now. 1, 7 and 2. Number 1 Maltese Beauty is first. Number 7 second. That is Carla Beat. And the third place to number 2, which was Northern Emperor. So it's 1, 7 and 2 officially. Fourth to number 9 Silver Saga, and officially 5th to number 4, and that was Sir Ostensible. Now the winner here, Maltese Beauty. He's a 5-year-old brown gelding. I think it's 5 or 6 in a row for this fellow. He's found a purple patch of form. He's by Revocious from Wild Woman. Raced by F and Mrs. Arborg. Stephen Phelps of Ballina, the trainer, and Graham Burney did a good job on Maltese Beauty. In second place, number 7, Carla Beat, a 9-year-old grey gelding by Carla Dancer from Blue Medley, raced by CD and Mrs. N.G. White and E.B. Muggleton, ridden by Shane Arnold for Bob Gosling. And in third place, number 2, Northern Emperor, a 9-year-old chestnut gelding by New Regent from Empress Star, raced by RG and M, or GM Liddell, S. Liddell, B. Harland and B. Pond. Eric Sanford, the trainer, Takamuto, the apprentice rider there.
Graham Burney, the winning jockey there. Let's check in with some approximate dividends now with another rating special saluting Maltese Beauty at 440 and 150. Shorter Super Tab and Queensland 360 and 395 respectively. Carla Beat throwing some value into the tries if you took it. 340, 330 and 385. The trifecta, $282 in New South Wales. Bigger in Super Tab with 323 being the return. Scratching was number 5. Menangle is next, and we'll check in with the latest betting figures from there for you. Dusty Hue at 340. It continues to firm in from $8.30. Hijack a Hawk at $4.50. It has eased. Great money comes in for Sally's Lass into $4.20. Rosella at 10s, $5.40 for Garden Party with $8,668 in the win pool. 2 minutes of betting time, track rated as fast. Montana Breeze at $11. After Menangle, we'll be wending our way to Kilmore. And we'll take you to Kilmore now to show you the pictures and also some of the horses as they mill around behind the start point there. In fact, still in the enclosure, jockeys are about to mount up for the next of the Kilmore races. Here, Pirateer is one of the fancied runners. Pirateer's at $3.20. Ahead of Albi Ramey, the ratings tip at $3.30 for this next race from Kilmore. Taking you through the field, Mr. Archibald at $10, Cadogan at $9.70. Kilmore trained galloper, a last start second. Bugsy Malone $11, Pirateer at $3.30. Trained by Matthew Ellerton, second last time out at Werribee. West End Girl out to $10, $3.30 for Albi Ramey. A last start third at Sale. Before that chased home at Cranbourne, Ticonderoga. A winner at Cranbourne back in April, and since then has run a second at Flemington behind Storm Rebel. Albi Ramey by Volksgrad, the up-and-coming sire from the Williams stable at Cranbourne. $2.90 New South Wales, so it's a bit shorter there. A bit more value Queensland punters on $3.50. Gasoline, Wilkinson is the rider, Eddie Wilkinson, $7.50. Lee Friedman trains, beautifully related horse by Nassapur out of Spirit of Kingston. And it's perhaps a chance today, best on breeding no doubts for this race, and we'll see how it goes. Lee Friedman, you saw with a strike rate. Lee Friedman has a winner every 2 runners at Kilmore. Cold weekend at $93. $46,000 in the pool. There's runner number 4 going through screen there. They're moving up at Menangle now for the next of our races, and Mark McNamara is standing by to call race number 3, the Prime Television Pace.
Coming in. Okay, Fred, coming in well for a start for the third. Previous event went to Jack Cash for Dorian Williams. This is the third Prime Television Pace. 2,140 metres, 2.5 laps of the Menangle Pace way ahead of them. Gate enters the back straight. Field of 9, and they're just about set. Ready to go. There's the light. They're off and racing. The front line went away well. Sally's Lass out wide, looking to come across with Dusty Hue and Hijacker Hawk, who's looking to go forward. They were followed by Quantum Potes and then Kingsway, who was beaten for pace with Rosella getting through from the second line. There's trouble to that first turn. There's a fall, in fact. Penacrombie's gone down when Hijacker Hawk galloped, severely inconveniencing Kingsway and also Garden Party. There is a horse right in the middle of the track, so it'll be interesting to see what transpires here as they enter the straight the first time, and Dusty Hue is the leader. They're working to try and get this horse off the track. It's at the 350 metre mark off the back straight. Dusty Hue's in front. Leads a length on Quantum Pote second. Moving around without cover, Montana Breeze. It moves up around Sully's Last. 3 back the markers. Getting onto the back of Montana Breeze was Rosella. A break of 3 lengths in the field to Hijacker Hawk. A long break to Garden Party, and Kingsway's about to be retired from the event. They're still working to get Penacrombie off the track as they head into the back straight. It's in a precarious position just on that turn. It looks like they may head wide, and the leader is still Dusty Hue. Leads by a length on Quantum Potes on its back. Third on the inside, or the outside, Montana Breeze from Sully's Last, and and then Rosella. A break of 8 lengths in the field to Hijacker Hawk, and then Garden Party. Kingsway's been retired as they head wide to this top turn around the fallen Penacrombie. Around the top turn they go at the 1200. Dusty Hugh as they swing wide leads by a length on Quantum Pote second. Without cover, Montana Breeze with Rosella 1 by 1. Over on the pegs and 3 back was Sully's Lass. A break of 3 lengths in the field to Hijacker Hawk. 12 lengths away Garden Party, and Kingsway pulled up. Penacrombie fell at the top turn. There's the bell, 1,000 metres left to go. And Dusty Hugh for David Wilkins is the leader. Leads by 3/4 on Montana Breeze second. They were followed third the inside Quantum Potes. 1-1 Rosella. Sully's Lass got off the markers there, and they were followed by Hijacker Hawk, and Garden Party is some 15 lengths last of all. They turn out of the straight heading to the 600. Dusty Hugh in front by a length on Montana Breeze. Over on the leader's back was Quantum Potes with on the inside, the outside 1-1 Rosella. They were followed by Sully's Lass. It's still 1 by 2 in the running line, yet to be hooked out, and they were followed on the inside by Hijacker Hawk, and forget all about Garden Party. They've cleared the track at the 400. Penacrombie's up and okay. At the 400 they go. Dusty Hugh in front. It's still a length clear on Quantum Potes, and they were followed by Montana Breeze, who's called it a day. Rosella coming out wider on the track with Sully's Lass and Hijacker Hawk, but down the side, Dusty Hugh in front. It's about a neck on Rosella, who's looming dangerously on the outside. They were followed by Quantum Potes, and then Sully's Lass. Montana Breeze heads a turn for home at the 200. Dusty Hugh joined on the outside by Rosella. Those two go together. Quantum Potes coming 3 wide with Sully's Lass. Dusty Hugh still just in front. Rosella trying to pick it up. Quantum Potes, Sully's Lass wider out. Dusty Hugh a half on Rosella, and Dusty Hugh will get in. Dusty Hugh leads all of the way to beat Rosella, and Quantum Potes third just in front of Sully's Lass. They were followed in by on the break in the field to Montana Blue in company with Montana Breeze, and company with them was Hijacker Hawk.
173 race 3 at Menangle, 280 and $1.10, 330 for Rosella. Quantum Potes $5.80. So some revenge for punters. 1, 7 and 3 race 3 at Menangle. 3 minutes until the next from Kilmore. Let's check in with the latest figures from there and the action from the track with Mr. Archibald $10, Cardigan 10s, Bugsy Malone 12, Pirateer 340. It's been fairly firm. West End Girl at 10, Alburami the rating special at 330. The money comes for the Lee Freedman train Gasoline 860 into 630. This horse is a half to Portland Player, the Victoria Derby winner, struggling by this stage of the afternoon. Bormax at $22. $68,000 in the win pool as they canter round to the start. One of these runners who's just cantering around is number 5 for the next race, which is West End Girl. Last start, 3rd placing, and comes into the race a strong hope. Alburami's the favourite, 330. 390 New South Wales, 385 Queensland. Pirateer 350, it has eased. Gasoline 560. It's come in $3. That's where the value of this market movers page comes in. You can just see the fluctuations inside the final minutes. So 860 into 560, trained by Lee Freedman, and the jockey today is Eddie Wilkinson, who's riding in great form. Mr. Archibald at $10, West End Girl at $10, and Cadigan is also a $10 chance. So that's the check of the latest in betting figures. 330 for Alburami. As they mill around behind the start area here, Gasoline is owned by the Haynes family. Their Bonnie filly, Rose of Kingston a few years ago. Kensington Palace it was last spring, which won the Oaks. She was recently named the Super Vobis Horse of the Year. That's her parading around with the red and yellow colours, those famous Haynes colours which were sported by Kingston Town to win 3 consecutive Cox Plates. This horse by Nassapur out of Spirit of Kingston. Many of their horses are from the same family. Correct weight is there at Grafton. Our rating special getting up. Maltese Beauty, 440 and 150. 340 Carla Beat. 160 for the old Warhorse Northern Emperor, a trifecta of $282. That's official dividends with number 5, the scratching, placings 1, 7 and 2. Approximate dividends are there at Menangle as well. Dusty Hugh 280, 110, Rosella 330, Quantum Potes $5.80, Quinella 1570, the trifecta $296 neat. 1, 7 and 3. Alburami, the market movers, has been firm at 340, 350 for Pirateer, 540 for Gasoline, 980 for West End Girl. $10 Mr. Archibald, Cardigan at $11. Gasoline's really firmed up, 860 into 540, so it's come in $3.20. much shorter New South Wales and Queensland. It's trained by Lee Friedman. It wears the Kingston Town colours as we take you trackside for the running of race 7.
Archibald drawn the inside. They're all set to run. Set to go, off and running now, and Pirateer was the worst out. Easing it back shortly after the start was Bormax, goes back to last, where Cold Weekend is going quickly here from Albiorami, 3/4 of a length away second. Pirateer now shoots through to go to third, followed by Mr. Archibald on the inside as they go towards the back. Cadogan was next, one off the fence. Bugsy Malone was wide. Back on the inside was Gasoline with Bormax, and West End Girl dropped out to last, about 6 lengths off the lead. Swinging to the back with 1,200 metres left to go here, and it's Cold Weekend in front by a length to second. On the outside, Albiorami. Mr. Archibald a further length back on the inside, and Bugsy Malone is still wide, now goes up third. They're being followed there by Pirateer, who's running midfield at the 1,000 metres mark. Next was Cadogan, the outside of Gasoline, and then West End Girl, who's also wide, and a length away last of all was Bormax now as they head in search of the 800 metre mark. Cold Weekend, the leader, trying to lead all the way as a length in front. Albiorami, the outside, is second, followed by Mr. Archibald, third on the inside. Bugsy Malone, the outside, is fourth, and Pirateer's only about 3 lengths off the lead as they start to sprint up a shade. Then came Gasoline, who's back on the inside. Cadogan next. Bormax was well back, and West End Girl now drops back to last as they come to the turn. They've got about 450 metres to go, and Cold Weekend, the leader, about a half length in front from Albiorami. Bugsy Malone's been wide for a while now. He goes up third, the outside. Then Mr. Archibald on the inside, who's hugging the rails, and Pirateer was just behind them in the straight now. They've got about 200 metres left to go now, and the leader now, Pirateer, is going up to join Mr. Archibald. Bormax getting through on the inside, and Albiorami towards the centre of the track as the leader. It's Albiorami in front from Pirateer. Cadogan getting home late with Gasoline, but Albiorami's gone to the lead, and Albiorami wins it by 2. Tight second here, Gasoline there with Pirateer, Cadogan, and also Bugsy Malone's been a solid run. Bormax was next, and they were being followed by Cold Weekend, who knocked up in the straight. Then Mr. Archibald, and West End Girl was always along back. It's back near the tail, and it's run last. Number 6, the winner, Albiorami. Albiorami, the winner, number 6. Second has gone to number 7, Gasoline, and third to number 4, Pirateer. It's 6, 7 and 4 here. 6, 7, 4 numbers in the frame. Fourth in number 2, Cadogan, and fifth in number 3, Bugsy Malone. 6, 7 and 4. Fourth in 2, and fifth in 3. Albiorami, he's posied up near the leader. Cold Weekend was the leader, but Albiorami's posied up second, was never more than a length away from the leader, and has been too strong. So Albiorami...
Latest with the market movers from the track before we take you to the race called Trackside. The betting market for the next Zhivago is all the rage in this race. Bush Outlaw, Tony Brassell's Good Thing, is at $5.10. Odds on for Zhivago in New South Wales. This horse is a full brother to Ardewin, owned by His Excellency Nassaluta of Emirates Park Stud, where they stand at sire. The Danzig horse Snardee. Bush Outlaw 5.10 and firming up. It too has got a good strike rate. 3 starts, a win and a second by Semi Palatinsk from the Russell Cameron stable. 5.80 for Hewler Rose, Idle Pirate 7.80, Wharfie 18 and Mill Prince at $20. $68,000 in the win pool, and that race is due to go very, very soon. Now, the runner to watch out for here, Zhivago's got the red colours with blue sleeves and a white cap. Started from